All right, we got the inspired part. Now let's get to work.
We're recording.
We're
Now we're
live as
recording.
well.
All right. Hey guys, welcome back to From Half Court, the sports talk show that me and Darren have every single day, at least every single weekday. We're gonna try. Um, this week we're not talking. We're not opening up with basketball. We're opening up with the fight from this past weekend: Islam Makhachev versus Bobby Green, and it was a really good fight. I showed Darren a little bit of the fight before we got started, just so you can get a feel for it. But I think the fight basically turned out just about as I analyzed it, a really dominant fight by Islam Makhachev. Bobby Green didn't have the best circumstances coming into this fight. He took it on short notice. He had a pretty decent fight with the last opponent. Uh, so not the most ideal circumstances to take off this high level of on a to take on this high level of an opponent, but he did his best he could. He lost quickly, but I showed you a little bit of the fight, Darren. What'd you think of it?
I think it's exactly what you described going into the fight. Khabib, or not Khabib, I'm sorry. The fighting style that him and Khabib have, Islam and Khabib have, is just kind of like just too much, man. It just mauls people, man. And I think you're right. One thing I will say is I didn't see the striking that you were talking about. That you say he's better, um, at least not in the stand up game. But I do think it was just a dominant performance by him. At least when he got into the ground, I won't say Bobby was winning that first round at all. I don't think that at all. I think he's more the aggressive fighter. Islam, definitely.
Gotcha. Um, that's interesting. You say the stand up. What I noticed though, at the very beginning of the fight, Islam, I think he was testing Bobby's hand speed or something like his blocking speed to get his hands back up because he immediately threw a head kick to open up the
I
fight.
mean, yeah, I mean,
So I thought that
I
was interesting.
understand.
But
Now see where a person's reflexes is.
yeah. And to your point, uh, also Islam slash Khabib's pressure on fighters, just for the fact that or you're always thinking about the takedown. These fighters always backing up, and they'd really never move forward on these two guys.
I won't even say that was Bobby's problem. I think he did move forward on him. I think he just got. Yeah, I think you described it as him. He was moving backwards when he got caught, but I don't think. I think he does. He did move forward.
Also another thing I wanted to point out real quick. Um, the reason the way Islam got inside and got a hold of Bobby threw, I believe, a body kick. Islam caught it, and that's how he got on inside. Before that, Bobby was doing a really good job of keeping him off him, keeping his distance, and playing the distance game.
Mhm.
As soon as he caught that kick, got inside, got his arms. He didn't get it right away. Bobby did a good job fighting off the clinch. But then Islam went for that takedown, just dropped to his knees, went for the takedown, and just turned his shoulder and just powered through and got the takedown. And from that point, the fight was pretty much over.
It looked like Bobby really didn't want the fight to end at that moment. It looked like he kind of got up and looked like he said something to the ref. Looked like he said something to her, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Uh, it looked like he was in a bad predicament, so I don't blame him for stopping the fight at all. It didn't look like he was able to really defend himself, and so
So speaking of, I'm glad you actually said that because I got some. I don't want to say footage. I got a video of Bobby after the fight, kind of describing his emotions, his feelings after the fight. So I wanted to play that real quick.
fair use. Fair use.
Obviously, tonight didn't go the way you wanted. You had a great perspective on it. You said, I'm not hurt, I'm okay. But you just said it's a first. What did you mean by that?
I mean, first time I got taken out like that, it really sucks. I know I'm throwing this together. Did what I can. I got off the couch. I'm still banged up from the last fight, but I did the best I can with what I had. I really just wanted to get at least a chance to taste the guy. Interesting what you were doing. I feel what you're doing and I understand what you're doing now. And so if we ever cross paths, I'll be prepared for him.
Well, we certainly would love to see you, have that opportunity again, especially with a full training camp like you had mentioned inside the octagon. Bob, I'm just curious, like, what makes him so different? What makes that takedown so dominant and then able to hold someone down on the canvas?
Okay, I got it now. So what they do is they do this little thing where He's so patient. He's so strong. And he just goes little, 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 and a little until he gets right where he wants to be, you know? And so I tried to do some turning over it as I do it. He went to mount, and he was so strong at holding his mount. I was like, interesting. I tried to hit and turn. I couldn't move out of it. I'm like, no one's been that strong before. So I got to work on my weight training and get on my muscles to build that strength for this division.
Yeah, I mean, I know that this was a whirlwind for you. I mean, you competed at Houston, Texas. You won that fight, but you landed 188 significant strikes. I know your hands were beat up. Then you get a phone call and you're here and you make the walk and you do everything you can. Do you need a break, Bobby? I mean, or does this motivate you to like be in the gym on Monday?
A bit of both, a bit of both. You know, my girlfriend is recovering from knee surgery, so I want to go take care of her. You know, I haven't seen my kids in 6 weeks. I miss them. I got taxes to do. I have so many things to do, and I want to get back in the gym too. So it's a bit of both. It's a bit of both. But I did the best I can, guys. I'm so sorry to all my fans. I promise you, I will live up to this. I just threw it together. I did what I could for you guys.
Don't ever apologize, Bobby. You were doing what so many could only dream about doing, and you
Yeah. I thought that was pretty powerful. I like it. He's taking a pretty good mindset after taking that type of loss. So I hope for a big future for Bobby Green, especially specifically in this sport. I'm looking forward to watching more of his fights coming.
Hopefully he gets to rematch and we can see if he make the
Oh
adjustments.
no, Darren, I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm gonna let you know this right freaking now. Unless he gets a title shot, he's not getting a rematch.
Okay. I mean, I just
Because
want
Islam more than likely is going to get a title shot from the winner of the Charles Oliveira Justin Gaethje fight. And I'll be 100 with you. I don't care who wins that fight. I have Islam beating them. So,
all right, good to know. Well, maybe what the information that he just gave out will help whoever fights him in the future about him being so strong in the mount.
yeah. I thought he was going to say. I thought he was going to say something like kind of dope, but he didn't say anything that we didn't know already. From that standpoint, but yeah, I feel like for a fighter though, you know, like when tell me if I'm wrong. Once you feel somebody, like he said, he got a feel for what he was doing. He kind of knew exactly what he was doing. Now he wants to. I feel like he just wants to jump right back in there and try it again, like immediately.
Yeah, that's how it always is.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was great. Also this weekend, I wanted to talk a little bit about John Morant and how John Morant's attacking this MVP race. Let's show this clip real fast.
Wow. Wow, that was a nice play.
Just in case you missed it. That's disgusting.
Wow. Wow, that was a nice play. That was a nice setup to get that play. They ran like
That was nice.
Yeah, he's filthy.
John Morant has been on a tear this season. We always knew since he honestly, since his senior year at where'd he go? Murray State? Where'd he go? You remember? Well, his senior year in college?
Just Murray, I'm pretty sure.
Since his senior year in college, I've been blown away every step away by John Morant. Like, I knew he was gonna be crazy athletic coming out because we just saw it, but he has a 3-ball. He's a well-rounded, solid, new aged NBA point guard. He's gonna. I don't want to say redefine the position, but he is what the position should be in the new age. He's modern, I should say. He's the modern day NBA point guard.
It's kind of malicious. They don't think there's a Steph Curry out there. Or the Damian Lillard out there.
No. I'm not saying like he's better than these guys. I'm saying his mold, his build. That's what you want to be looking for in the draft. You want to look for a John Morant. You're gonna be looking for the next John Morant. The next super athletic point guard that can do a little bit of everything.
Well, a couple years ago, before Trae Young was drafted, Hold on. Actually, no, I don't. I completely disagree with you. I completely disagree with you. Actually, Trey Young, Steph Curry are coming kind of from the same mold. Then you got Luka Doncic, who like a LeBron who's bigger, but he's not athletic as a John Morant. Like I don't agree with you with this new age point guard. I don't know about
Did
that
you
one.
did
I
you
do.
did you forget about Russell Westbrook? He's just well a little bit more well rounded than Russell is.
Yeah, but that's not what you said. That's not what you said. I agree
I
with
said
you with that.
he's the modern point guard. And honestly,
We're gonna have to play this
to
tape
give
back.
myself more words, I say he's the modern point guard, and he took it away from Russell Westbrook.
I disagree with you still. I don't know. I still disagree with you because I don't. What is Steph? Is he the old point guard?
What do you mean?
Is he the old type of point guard? Steph. I don't think we've seen a Steph Curry before Steph Curry, and now we got Trey Young.
So Trey Young. So here's the thing about Steph.
And before I even go in on that, we was just having a debate off air, probably not even a debate, a conversation off air a couple days ago, or maybe yesterday, that that you're worried about John Morant's playing style because he's so athletic, and you said it doesn't age well in the NBA. Well, if it's about aging well and getting that next contract consistently, Steph Curry and Trey Young's playing style fits more than John Morant's.
Not from a longevity standpoint, because historically,
All right,
players don't lose their jump shots, but they lose their athleticism with age.
all right, but you're saying the prototypical modern point guard. That's
Well,
what
no,
he's
okay. Let me restate my
turning
thing.
into.
I'm saying you're trying to draft John Morant. You're looking for players to be like John Morant.
Okay, I see what you're
You're trying
saying.
to find the next John Morant.
That's
Uh,
totally different than what I thought you were saying. What you originally said was not that.
yeah,
I had
I
to.
see I see what you
It
got
took me a
mixed
minute.
up. Yeah.
Gotcha.
How should I say it a little bit better? Um,
If
John
there's a
Morant
John
has reached
Morant
a
out there, if you
status.
could,
John Morant has reached a status in the NBA where if another player from college come up playing like him, they're going to compare him to John Morant. You know what I'm saying? His playing style to John Morant. You know how they do NBA comparisons? That's why I think he's reached the status of.
I think is wrong. I don't think we should compare him to Russell Westbrook. I think we should compare
I think
John
he's
Morant
better.
to. Yeah, I don't think that's a comparison. I think the comparison is more D Rose than Westbrook.
Because D Rose had a better shot,
D Rose had a better shot.
all around game. Yeah.
D Rose is better than laying. Excuse me. D Rose is better than that laying the ball up. Like he has those same explosive layups. Westbrook is an explosive dunker, and nowadays I truly debate how good he is at finishing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That makes sense.
He was
Makes a lot of sense.
like D Rose had a floater game, like a game that we legit been like, oh my goodness, how did he just get that to float in there? How did he explode like he was going dunk, and then he just floated it in there? It doesn't even make sense. I think that's more comparison to John Morant, in my opinion.
I can agree with that. That's a way better
But
comparison than Russell. Yeah.
but I my biggest thing with John Morant, I think also biggest thing with this team actually, I think whoever is the GM turned this team around so quickly. Mike Conley was just on this team, and I don't know who else was on this team at all during that time.
Yes, you
But when I
do.
tell you they changed this whole thing around so quickly, it makes zero sense. They changed it around so quickly, like makes zero sense. And I like I like Dylan Brooks, and I know he hasn't been playing a lot this year. Um, uh, Jaren Jackson Jr. That kid is nice. I don't know, man. They turned this team around quick. At least I'm not a fan of this team, so I don't know how quickly it was, but in my head, it looks like it was quick turnaround.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you
But I
seeing
think John
this?
Morant definitely leads it.
They only lost 4 games in February, two
Happy
games in
Black
January.
History.
They also December. I guess December, but damn.
Yeah. He's explosive. He can shoot. He really gets his people open, and he's fearless. He attacks the basket no matter who's there.
All right. We're at 15 minutes, so I'm gonna ask you this. One. I'm gonna ask you a random question before we go. Do you think Dallas is gonna finish top 4 seed in the West? And before you answer, the reason why I'm asking is because the past 2 seasons, I'm pretty sure they finished as the 7th seed, and they've had first round exits to the Clippers. These past 2 seasons. The reason why I'm asking that is because I don't think Dallas can take another first round exit. I think you need to make a significant change to something.
Got a new head coach,
Rick Carlisle's not there anymore.
Jason Kidd.
Is
That's
this
not
his
a
first
shakeup
year?
enough. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's his first year.
Okay,
That's not a shakeup enough.
it is. It is actually.
What to say?
But he can't get knocked out of the first round. You get Jason Kidd
It's his
because Rick
first year
Carlisle.
there.
I feel what you're saying, Darren, but Rick Carlisle was getting you to the first round. So Jason, if you're gonna fire Rick Carlisle to get with Jason Kidd, he better get you to at least the minimum the first round, and you better be getting us farther than what Rick Carlisle got us. Because that's what we
If the
got you.
playoffs started today, they would be going up against the Utah Jazz. Last time I checked, the Utah Jazz had nothing but shooters, Donovan Mitchell, and a defender of all defenders in the middle.
That's actually funny you say that because I think they're in the same exact spot. They can't take another first round exit.
Or what? Both these teams are not terrible. I don't.
It's like, what are we doing? Are we playing for a
No,
championship or
no,
not?
you're tripping. You're tripping. If those two teams are in the 4 and 5 seed, neither one of those teams can hang their head on losing in the first round. Now, if they're playing somebody like the Lakers, maybe. If they're playing somebody like the Pelicans, maybe. Clippers, maybe. But I don't know about that. I don't even know about that. I don't know what you're talking about. The West is strong, bro. Like, what are you like? What are you trying? What are you trying to say, man?
That's what I'm trying to say. The same thing. The West is super strong. So
You
if we're
trying?
not making moves to get out of the first round and get to like possibly a conference championship or possibly a finals championship, what are we
What move?
doing?
What move are they supposed to make? Who wants to go to Utah? No disrespect,
Yeah, I get
Salt Lake
it. I
City.
get it. I
No
understand it's
disrespect.
tough. I understand it's tough. It's tough to get people Utah, Dallas, maybe not as much Dallas, but it's smaller markets compared to the rest of the NBA.
I just don't know what shakeup should mean that they should do.
You
Like
might need
what
to think
shakeup?
about like move around some superstars and stuff, especially like
Get
in
rid
Utah.
of Rudy Gobert for what?
More
You see what
scoring.
I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense to me.
But if you're supposed to keep a team that's keep getting knocked out the first round of the playoffs, and your excuse is going to be, oh, the rest is just tough. We've known the West tough. The West has been tough for like the past 20 years.
But the West is tough and it's getting stronger. The old guard is leaving. The Lakers are leaving the room. Portland is leaving the room. The Houston Rockets left the room. So the San Antonio Spurs left the room. You know who came into that room? Phoenix, Golden State, Bennett, Memphis is showing up. So I just
Minnesota's in the race right now too. It looks like.
think Denver a nice ass team too, for real.
Are they injured? Because that would be killing them every year. They'd be injured.
Michael Porter been out.
Damn, that's my guy too. They're on a win streak though. That's nice.
Yep.
All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up.
Ain't got no more questions for me. But okay, cool.
Not over really. Um,
Did you
Nate
see the Pelicans beat the Lakers before we got out of here?
recently?
Last night.
No, I didn't see that at all. Actually,
Watch the highlights. Wait, am I wrong? This ain't from another night. Is it? Man, I was surprised. I was surprised. That's all I gotta say. Look, CJ McCollum,
it's real. Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
That's what we should be talking about before we get out of here. DJ McCollum, what an accusation. What an accusation.
He
Am I
only went for
saying if
like
I'm hope I'm
30.
saying? Bro, he's been balling out since he's been with the Pelicans.
You think
Talk
it's
about this
because
as a change of scenery is needed, bro. And he calling out Zion. Bro, that's what a fucking vet does, bro. That's what a vet does. Tomorrow, that's what we talking about. I'm gonna bring that. I already got my topic for tomorrow. We talking about CJ McCollum calling out Zion and his impact with the Pelicans. Because CJ McCollum don't get enough praise, and we're gonna talk about him tomorrow.
Do you think it's because he's like the main? He's basically the best ball handler, and he's probably the best scorer on that starting lineup. Scorer on that starting lineup. That's what I think it is.
The best starting scorer. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Either him or Ingram. But the fact that he's there takes a lot of pressure off of Ingram, man. And if Zion got his ass there, bro, they have a chance to make some noise this year, and they need to do it now
And he
instead
gives
of
them
waiting.
he also gives them scoring, which Zoe didn't give them last year. That's something different.
Yeah, Zoe will give him probably this year, but he's not there. See what you're saying? Yeah.
All right, so so at least y'all know what we're talking about tomorrow. We're talking about CJ McCollum, so you know what to tune in for. But we'll see y'all tomorrow, around noon. Peace out.